crocheters, friends. This is Diana with StuckinStitches. Pull up a chair, grab something to drink, and join me. Today we're going to do a little stuffed animal, and I'd like to talk about the materials first. First of all, you need some chocolate yarn, any color really, you can fancy it up. I've got this chocolate yarn. It's a little too thick, but I thought I'd show you that I like texture in my projects, real soft, like fabrics and yarns. Here's one with little flecks of browns and blacks in it to add a little personality. I really like that. It's just beautiful. It's kind of hard to see unless you're really in person to see it, but it's really got some personality. On anything you make it fun, make it exciting, fancy. With this, I was thinking about it, just black and brown and off-white, light tan. Those are great colors for the sloth, but I also think jazz it up a little bit and add a blue-gray to the body and with the white or off-white. Even just a blue, a soft baby blue would be just adorable for a little baby. So anyway, I also wanted to go over a few more things. One is about the history of crocheting. Now, I've read a few things, I'm not real sure, but they're still interesting facts. It said, what I looked up on Google, that it actually started in Arabia, and it started as early as the 17th century, 1700s. It was referred to as shepherd's knitting at one time, early on, and it ended up being rooted in Ireland, and I can see that. Ireland's got some beautiful work that I think is just outstanding. So I thought that was a little interesting, and I wanted to share that with you. And I also wanted to share with you that how I got started in crocheting. I got started I was in the neighborhood with some kids playing. I was, 8, 9 years old. We were playing tag, and excuse me. And then it was in the middle of the day. It was hot out, and one of the neighborhood's moms asked us to come in, have some water, and I got drawn to one of the siblings sitting on the couch. She had a ball of yarn and some hooks, and I had to go over there and ask her, what are you doing? What are you making? And she was she was learning, teaching herself also to crochet, and she was making a blanket or attempting to do that. I thought it was fascinating. I immediately had to go home and talk to my dad and say, this is what I want for Christmas. I want some hooks and some yarn. Well, for Christmas I got a knitting book instead of a crochet book, which was okay. It was beautiful. I took to knitting later in life. I'm not a full knitter. I've stuck to crocheting. It just seemed to be something I'm good at. It's easier for me. So I end up getting some crochet books over time from him, but that knitting book I still have. It's just very special to me because it was my first book and it was from my father. So that's where that started. I was very young. I self-taught myself. I loved every bit of it. And the nice thing is, a lot of these patterns, they give you what abbreviations are there, and you refer to the type of stitch you need and how to do it in these patterns. I would say good majority of the times. Now this pattern does not have it, but that's okay. I know my stitches now. So with that being said, I wanted to tell you this requires a size 4mm hook. Now with hooks, you can go up a size or down a size, but you don't want to go up too much or too much further. One step up, one step down should be all you should do. The reason being, the pattern gets distorted and it's either going to be too big and or too small, because for one example is I was crocheting socks at one time, and I used a large hook thinking, I'll do it, it won't matter. I didn't do a gauge. Gauges are very important in patterns. That way you know it's going to fit the size that the pattern, so it comes out the pattern, it fits the size of the pattern. I can't speak. So my sock came out as a stocking. So you know what I did? I decorated it and filled it with goodies and gave it to someone, and they loved it. So it didn't turn out too bad. It ended up being still a plus, a good experience, funny and good. So anyway, in this pattern, you will need size 4mm. You will probably need some markers, scissors, small scissors, and you'll need your embroidery thread. I'm using black for the eyes and the nose. Need your cup of tea, coffee, something to just keep your throat from being dry, and all your choices of yarn. So let's get started. I'm going to move you down so that we can look at what I'm doing. So I brought this piece of fabric over to kind of show you what I've done. I've done a couple faces here. I'm going to do a couple of them. But anyway, this pattern calls for a magic loop. I don't use a magic loop very often, but I did here. It's a little bit of a struggle. Like I said, I don't use it. It's hard for me, but it makes that hole in the center close up better. So I have already started on it, and I'm going to go ahead and continue on and finish this face. And if this one comes out the best, that's the one I'll choose to do. I like the off-white. So, and I'm going to use this brown. It's not the suede. It's not as dark. It's more of a bark brown, and this is more of a black brown. This yarn is probably going to be too thick for the little hook that I'm using. So I just wanted to bring it out and show you how you can have fun and add texture to your patterns. That's what I like, just like in quilting. I do a lot of various things to add a little texture and fun and fanciness to things. Uniqueness, actually, is another word I want to use. So those are things I'm using. So let's get started. So you can use a tapestry needle, which I have, and I forgot to include that in your supplies. So that's going to be for your eyes and your nose and your mouth and the claws. So you can also hook it on the yarn and then weave it through in the back. So I've already clipped, I believe. Pull it like that. So actually I'll show you. Sometimes that helps. This might be too short now. Oh. Well, okay. Well, it's splitting. I don't know if I can get it in there. Well, probably not a good idea. It's not working for me. You can use a bigger crochet hook if you want and pull it through. So anyway, it's, let me see. It's best to pull it through the back and then go ahead and weave it through. So, and it should kind of look like an apple. Doesn't really, this one didn't really turn out as well as the others. Do the back. Just the main thing is not to let it shine through the front. Or don't use two threads in the same location. That bulks it up a little bit. So there you go. Okay. And then you can cut it. Okay, so I've got a couple faces there. Okay, so next is the legs, and I've got the first one started. I did the magic ring, and then I did 6 in the ring, 6 single crochet in the ring. So from there, I don't normally use these, but these are good markers to have. Since I've already done the first round, you want to put a marking on that. You kind of use your nail and mark it, stick it right on there. Let's see if I can get that on there a little better. So round 2. It's kind of hard to see this color here. So we're starting round 3. Two. 3. 4. 5. 3's done. 4. So you'll notice I'll start curling. I'm going to turn it inside out a little bit. Okay, around 5. Kind of hard when it's dark so much. Make sure I didn't catch it. Oops. Sometimes the dark is hard to see here. We are in 5. Okay, get ready to start 6. Kind of hard to see. Huh. turn this, see if I can move this on the other side so I can see it better. Don't want it to. Maybe on this side so it's a little easier to see. It's tiny. This is why I don't like these too much. I'm going to go ahead and run it through with a piece of yarn so I know where it goes for now. Those markers, I never got used to them, but some people can use them. I can't use them for everything. Oops. So it's just so small now. Two more rows and we'll get it done. Okay, the last row is coming. I think that's so what I'm going to do is finish this one up and then work on the other one, and my next video I'll finish this up. We'll start on the arms. So it says do not stuff, and then we'll start on the arms. We'll do two of these and then to the arms. So I think So that's one. It says do not stuff. I'll make another one of these and then 2 arms on this. So I wanted to also share with you, let me get you back up. One second, let me get this. For the quilting, I wanted to also show you, we're going to do that homemade block. I'm going to do the homemade block. I never heard back from the author who made this, so I'm going to present to you my fabrics. I'm going to use blacks. I'm going to use brown suede. I like to add a little texture. This might be corduroy rather. I'm gonna kind of audition and see what I think about some of these colors. I have a soft pink and an orangey color, some blues. Let me bring this down a little bit. Got a lot of fabric here. I've got a grunge purple. Oh, delicious, delicious, really pretty. It kind of reminds me of an old roof, old tin roof or something. Some pretty periwinkle. Some more purples and blues and pinks. I'm going to use these colors in my house. I'm thinking I'm going to try it out to fussy cut these little girls and see if I can put them in the windows. What do you think? I think that would be fantastic. Here's some more. I thought I had some other ones here, but maybe not. But anyway, yeah. Oh, here it is. I have a couple little squares of these, and these are little kids. I thought if I could cut out 1 or 2 for the windows, or 2 together, depending on the size, that would be adorable. But that's scrap. This is all scrap stuff. I don't have a, a fabric designer yet on some of these things, but this I got one day, one year. I just loved it, and it's vines, and I thought this would be good to go up the walls, like on part of the house. Even if I do half of it, and do half of the bottom half, like it's growing up around the house, that I thought would be an interesting idea. Maybe I'll do a whole house so it looks like vines or ivies going up the sides. That I thought would be fun. Here's some pretty fabric here. It's got flowers on it. I thought that would be nice. I'm not sure of the paisley. I am not sure. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you think that would be pretty for a house. I love this. This has vines, flowers. That is adorable. I thought this would be good for the house or even the roof. It's yellow with blue lines in it. This for the roof. I like this. That'd be even nice for a sidewalk or even the house. Give it some old world look. So these are some of the things that I'm auditioning. I kind of like the way the houses look in this. This is colored, and I thought that would be nice. The doors and everything. I like the blue in there for the roofs and everything. I like the brown. So we'll see how it goes. So these are my fabrics for that project. And I'm going to videotape and do this, have it all cut, and videotape it and start sewing it for you all in the video on Monday. I'm off, so don't have to work. I thought that would be nice to do. So anyway, back to the crocheting. I am going to finish up the leg, start on the arms, and proceed on. And I can't wait to see the little faces on these little guys. I've got a couple faces started and try to figure out which one I want to do. So that's all I have today. Please like, share, subscribe. Let's get this channel going. I really am passionate about crocheting and quilting. I want to share that with you, have fun with you guys. It's just something that I just love to do, and I hope you do too. I hope you join the channel and learn something from me. Anyway, I hope the stories were good, any information was good. Please let me know. You have a good Saturday. I'm off, so I'm going to get my fabrics together, decide, and cut them for the next video for my quilting. And you all take care, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.